hello. Hello. Are we here? It's worked. Okay, hello. Hi Sue, hi Lindsay and Anne, hi Lorraine, hi Suzanne and Emma, hi Marie. Hello, sorry, I think I came on and then I didn't come on and then it wouldn't let me on and now we're here. So hopefully you guys can hear and see me. Hi Anne, Jutta, hello, hi Dina, hello, hi Emma and Susie. Good evening Lillian, Sophie, hello my lovely. Hello, 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 hello. Are we all okay? This is over further than normal today. Let me just move this over so I can move this over, then I can have this here. Perfect. Hi Leah, Suzanne, Angela, hi Tracy. I'm fine, thank you Lisa, I hope you're well as well. Sue, bless you, thank you for the stars there. Good evening Nicola, and Jeanette. Hi Tracy, Anne, Wendy. Good evening Carol and Amanda. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Lorraine, you're very, very welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, bless, I hope he's okay, Emma. While watching for a Chinese. Peeping Tom at the window. Can Tuesdays get better? I haven't had a Chinese in ages. Ages and ages. Right, how is everybody? It's Tuesday. Yeah, normal live today. A couple of updates. Even more summer sale stock has been added to the website. So it was added yesterday. So if you haven't been on since yesterday, summer sale, there is lots more items added. So it's worth having a check out of that. Other than that, everything else is the same. Still got our sparkle dips and yeah, everything should be posted on the page. So if you've ordered, the order list has been posted. If you're wondering about live dates, have a look at our pinned post. I've put all the live dates there. If you'd like to be notified for live dates and anything like that, go into the events section and say that you're going to one of our events, and then Facebook will definitely notify you that we're going live. And yeah, other than that, everything is back to normal. Lou, bless you, thank you for the stars there. Thank you, my lovely. So should we get started for the evening and then we'll go from there, I believe. Oh, I'm glad you like them, Lindsay, and I'm sorry that you're unwell. I hope you're feeling a bit better. Lisa, thank you for the stars as well. So up first today is Dina Byrne. Dina, are you here? Oh, Kaylee, I hope he's okay. Bless him. Ouchie. Suzanne, I hope you had a brilliant birthday. Laura, so you will get a dispatched email once the parcel has been shipped from us. Then it's down to the postal service. You will also, in your dispatched email, get a tracking number, which you can then obviously track your parcel and see where it is, whereabouts it is. Pre-COVID, it was 7 to 10 days, depending on whereabouts you are in the US, obviously from dispatch. During COVID, it was anything from 10 days to 3 weeks, and now it's kind of back to around 10 days to 14 days. Again, depending on whereabouts you are. But yeah, definitely get the dispatched email, then you can sort of follow it over, if that makes sense. So Dina, oh Dina, you are here. Hello, my lovely. And no, that's absolutely fine for moving you tonight. It's not a problem. So you have a sparkle dip and a oyster opening. So we'll do your sparkle dip first and then the oyster opening to follow. So I'm just going to dive in, give them a mix, and let's pull out a chunk. Now, oh, got a nice chunk here. I'm just going to see if we can narrow this down to one. I think that's one there. Perfect. So your first sparkle dip, Dina, is this one. Now this is a clear crystal Chevoski crystal pendant, and it has the long drop bail on it. So if we go down, this is the larger snowflake. Now it could be a flower, but it is a clear crystal snowflake. Like I said, with the long drop pendants, whatever is worn behind it, it will reflect that colour through as well. Now Dina, you can stick with this one if you're happy, or you can risk it and twist it. What do you think, my lovely? Good evening, good evening. Good, perfect. It's the one you wanted. Keep, please. That one is yours. Dina, I'm glad you're happy with it. And like I say, it does come with an oyster opening. So, actually, I'll take it back out and pop it on the card again. What type of oyster would you like? Excuse me. And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? So I'm just popping this back on the board. That way, if you'd like to see the pearl next to it, I can hold it next to it. Then you can decide if you'd like the pearl on or off. But first of all, what type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh, bless you, Emma. Welcome. If you are new to being a supporter, don't forget to join the Squidgy Pops group. Okay, so that is a group only for supporters. Only supporters can sort of get in if you like. So it's called the Squidgy Pops group. Mystery and donate. And could you change the chain to a cord by any chance? With the sparkle dips, I'm not sure. Let me just double check. I mean, if you had a cord at home, you would be able to change it onto a cord. Where are we looking? But I just need to double check to see if they come. No, the sparkle dips as a standard are just with the chains. But like I say, if you have a cord at home or if you'd like to purchase a cord, it can be then swapped onto that cord, if that makes sense, my lovely. So let me just go back. So mystery, donate the shells. Now, is there a certain colour you're hoping for? And are you thinking pearl on or pearl off of the jewellery? Okay, so let's go down. Your mystery oyster. You have a light pop there. And there is your mother of pearl. And I can see a slight peeper towards the side there. I don't know if you can see that. So let me have a squidge. And you have a lighter pearl there. I'm just going to confirm the colour in a second. Not sure of the colour or on and off. Okay, so Dina, you can sort of decide as we go, so that's not a problem. So there's no more in that one. So to start with, you have a single pearl out of your oyster, and it is a lighter baby pink pearl. Quite a nice softer baby pink colour. Let me hold him up so you can see. And I'm just going to pop him on the board as well, but it's just because with the pinks and with the lighter pinks in the sand, it's sometimes harder to show the colour. So I'm just going to show you the colour here. And if I measure him while he's here as well, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Yeah, with the pinks, they always go a bit bright in the sand. So if I hold this one next to the pendant, Dina, are you happy with the colour of the pearl? If so, would you like the pearl on or off of the jewellery? Now, if you're not happy with the colour, we can swap the pearl colour as well. So the decisions are completely up to you. Just let me know what you think and what you would like to do. Love that. And can you have it on the jewellery? Of course you can. Dina, that is yours. Let me just write all this down though. Okay, so we're going to have the pink on the jewellery. Perfect. I've got that down for you. Thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. No, you can indeed. So on the website, you can go, it's actually under bracelets, but if you go into there, then you can pick the cord you'd like, the colour, and then in the additional comments, just put the length down that you'd like as well, and the order number, and then I can add the orders together. Also, if you're adding it to this order number, for example, if you place the order tonight while this one's not been shipped, you can then click that it's an add-on order so you don't pay postage again. Just pop this order number in the additional comments so I know to add them together. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, all the options are on the website for you. Jan, I'm glad you're happy. Up next this evening is Karen Wilkes. Karen, are you here? No, you're very, very welcome, Dina. Oh, bless you, Emma. Well, if you have ordered, guys, I'll do an updated order list when we get near to the end of the one that's posted on the page originally, okay? So I'm looking for Karen Wilkes. Karen, if you're here, possibly type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anyone else sees Karen, please comment on her comments because again, it will bring it forward so I can see. Not a problem, Julie. I'll also add you on. So if anyone has ordered, I'll add you on for tonight. It's not a problem. I'm looking for Karen Wilkes. You too, Dina, my lovely. Last call for Karen. If not, we'll move on. So I'm looking for Karen Wilkes. Thank you, Faye. I'm definitely on the road to recovery. I had a morning tea, Sue. I did, and it wasn't too bad. I've just literally asked Aaron for a tea now with a tiny bit of milk, and we'll see how it goes down. But yeah, I've only had one tea today. I actually only think I drank half of it, but that was more because of the kids pulled me away from the tea than not wanting to finish it, if that makes sense. Right, I haven't seen Karen. We're going to move on. If she does come on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. Up next is Retha Lemon. Retha, are you here? Excuse me. So sorry. Good evening, Trisha. Hello. Welcome to everybody joining. Retha Lemon, are you here? If you are, possibly type I'm invisible. It should bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anybody else sees Retha, please comment on her comment, because again it will bring it forward so I can see. Okay, so again, I haven't seen Retha Lemon then, so if she does come on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. Up next is Lou Ryan. Lou, are you here? Bless you, Star. Thank you. Hello, Raya Suzanne, my lovely. Hello. And Lou, you are here. Hello. I've just had a look. We'll do both your sparkle dips and then 2 oyster openings first, and then we'll do your second order afterwards, if that's okay. And that way we can sort of keep the oysters with the correct sections. I hope that makes sense. So like I say, starting with 2 sparkle dips, both of which have a oyster opening as well. So we're going to dive in, Lou. I'm just going to give them a mix to start with. Star, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. And Abby, yes, we've moved into my office. So Lou, I'm going to close my eyes, take a big pinch of Pendants, and we're just going to narrow it down. I think, oh, okay, that's one there. Ooh, okay, so Lou, your first pendant, this is a Chevoski crystal heart pendant. Now this style of heart has never been on the website, so let's go down and you can have a look. The colour is a tanzanite purple. Oh, let me just, now as you can see it does sit like this, but that's because it can move around, so you can, I think it's just because it's on the card, if I just make it hang, there we go, so it can move. Now that is a tanzanite purple. Now this is more like a long drop heart, and as you can see, if I'm just going to show you, the heart can sway in the bail, and obviously once it's pressed against the card, because it's such a rigid surface, it's going, so I'm just going to hold it so it's central, so you can see the shape of the heart, but obviously once it hangs in the right place. Does that make sense if I hold it hanging for you? So tanzanite purple, like I say, it's more like a long pointed heart here. It's very pretty, but you will twist. Of course you can. So let me just pop this in here. Now that won't get added back to the bag until after we've pulled this first dip out. It then does go back in. So again, I'm just going to give them a little mix for you. And if I dive in, oh, I've got a really large pinch here. that went down quite quickly. Is that one or is that is one? Okay, so let me just pop the escapees back in. So you have another type of heart pendant. Again, this type of heart is not on the website. And the colour is a light amethyst. So sticking with the purple theme here, but it's completely different shape heart, and it is a different colour. So you can see here, this is one of our more wider symmetrical Chevoski crystal hearts. And like I say, it's a light amethyst, so it's a light purple. And as you can see, it goes really light and then slightly brighter just as the light catches the pendant there. Lou, I hope you're happy with that one. I'm just going to take that one off of the board, and then I can pop them back on afterwards so you can see your pearls in case you'd like the pearls on the jewellery. That's lovely. Well, I'm glad you're happy with that one. So then we'll do your second sparkle dip as well. So again, I'm just going to give them a little mix. And then I'm going to dive in. Oh, and again, I've pulled quite a few. Oh, are they missing the bag? Come on, drop. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this one is like our raindrop pendant, but it is a different shape. So it's a similar sort of raindrop shape. However, it's actually thinner and longer. So it is a different, it's classed as a different shape pendant, but you can sort of see the similarities here. Now let's go down. This one is purple and blue, and it's like a thinner raindrop pendant. Sticking with your purple theme apparently, Lou, today. So depending on where the light catches it, it's purple and blue. Thank you, Bethany. I hope you're well as well. Trisha, thank you for the stars. Now, Lou, what do you think to this one? Would you like to stick, or would you like to twist? Stick with that one. It's amazing. Perfect. That one is yours. I'm actually going to keep it on the card because, like I said, you've got your 2 oyster openings alongside those. And then you can decide whether you'd like the pearls on or off. So I'll hold the pearls up against them as well, so it might make your decision a little bit easier. So you've got 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? It is a beautiful pendant, that one. Yup, yup, yup. Mystery and donate. Okay, so is there certain coloured pearls that you are hoping for, and are you thinking pearls on or pearls off of the jewellery? There's 1 and 2. Okay, so Lou, let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1, my lovely. You have a lighter pop there. Ooh. And straight away I can see a few there. Now there's a little bit of flesh there, but you can see there's no pearls on that side. We're going to see what comes out, and we're not sure about on or off. Okay, well, you can just let me know at the end. And I've just tried to pick this up, and one pearl has run away there. So there's 1, 2 and 3. You have triples. You have 3 pearls in the one oyster to start with. There's no more in that one. Now let me just dry these up for you. Okay, so you have a 2-tonal sunshine yellow and lemon yellow. So he's lighter and then brighter yellow as you go around the pearl there. You have a light watermelon, no, sorry, it's a light autumn peach, and then this one is a light watermelon. I was looking at the wrong pearl. So 2-tonal yellow, autumn peach, and a lighter watermelon there. So I'm just trying to get the lighting right. There we go. Moving on to oyster number 2. Oh, quite a nice sharp pop there. Oh, and you have a runaway there, and another runaway, and there's your mother of pearl. And I can also see another pearl there, so let me just have a squidge in here. And there's no more in that one. So you have triples for a second time. Now I'm just going to pop these in here, but I will still go through them for you. Okay, so we have a sea green. We have a dark chocolate. And we have a 2-tonal coral. But then on this side, you go into this sort of darker patch there. So almost like a darker spot in coral. Okay, so lots of pearls here and lots of decisions to make, Lou. So you've got 6 pearls, and obviously you've got your 2 pendants. Now you don't need to have any pearls on the jewellery if you don't want to. If you do, I'll hold these up against them if you'd like me to. Or of course, if you'd like to swap the colours, just let me know as well. So from the top, you've got your 2-tonal yellow, autumn peach, watermelon, 2-tonal coral, darker chocolate, and a sea green. If I pop them on the board for you, your 2-tonal yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Your autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The lighter watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7, sorry. The 2-tonal corally one is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Darker chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, oh, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Now I can start holding these up against the jewellery if you would like to. So this is the blue and purple drop. So this is the 2-tonal yellow alongside that drop there. You then have a autumn peach. Oh, swap the chocolate for an orange and the green on the second raindrop. Ah, it's the green on this one. Oh, I love that already. Okay, so green on there. That's perfect. Let me just pop these away. Would you like a pearl on the heart pendant? And we'd like to swap the chocolate for a orangey colour. That's the pearl I've just added in there. So we're going to have green on the raindrop. I'm just grabbing the heart pendant out again, just in case. You'd like to see any against this one here. So this is the light amethyst. I'll hold the orange against it. Thank you, Bab. It's not, Joanne, no. A lot of the sparkle dip pendants are only in the sparkle dip. They're not on the website. I'm just going to hold all of these up again though, so you can have a closer look and just see if you'd like to hold for me to hold any up against the heart pendant. Tea time. Yes, I've asked for a tiny bit of milk in this one, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. If I drink it hot enough, hopefully it'll be fine. Just going to take the chocolate away there. Swap the middle top. Yes, of course you can. For what colour would you like? I'm then going to move these up just so then we can grab for a brighter, darker apple green. Yes, indeed. Bright, dark apple green. Now, is this for the jewellery or is this just as for a colour swap? That's quite a nice darker apple green there. Look at that. Oh, I love that. I'm just going to hold it up against the heart just in case it was for the jewellery. Oh, yes, for the jewellery. Okay, perfect. So, are you happy with that colour combination there? That's actually quite a nice size pearl for that heart as well. Obviously, if you're not happy with the colour, we can try go a different shade. So I'm just trying to move it so the crystal catches the light and then you can see the pearl against all the sort of colours it has to offer. Take that peach away. Just going to bring you back up until I can see your answer, but I won't put anything away just in case you'd like to change it. Perfect. The top two are jump rings, the bottom two on lobster clasps. Okay, bear with me then. So we're going to have the green on there. Let me just write this down. I know we've got more oysters to open, but I want to get this right first. So we're going to have the, I'm going to call it long drop with the sea green. We're going to have the heart with the apple green. And then you'd like to have the yellow and watermelon on jump rings, and then we're going to have the orangey bright one and two-tone coral on lobster fittings. Perfect. I'm just going to pop those in separate bags as well, that way they definitely can't get mixed up. I've got that all down for you, Lou. So let's do your other oyster openings as well, if that's all correct there. Let me just pop these on here for you. Okay, you also have an additional 2 oyster openings. So, is it mystery oysters again, or would you like to try a different oyster? We have, I'm in my office workspace now. I was very, very fortunate to just build a small building in my garden. So I'm still at home. But yeah, it just means that the business has its own space now, which is actually really, really, really good. because I can actually feel like I'm going to work now, if that makes sense, and the kids know I'm working, if that, so it's, yeah, it's a nice difference to have. Lou, mystery again and donate. No, you're very, very welcome. So with these ones, are there certain colours you're hoping for? Or are we sort of going to just see what comes out and go from there? Let me just get them open. So there's 1 and 2. Okay, so Lou, let's go down. Your mystery oyster number 1. Oh, we have a softer pop there. Just going to see, not a problem, my lovely. So there is your mother of pearl. Now I can actually see towards the side here, can you see that? Looks like a lemon yellow. It is, it's quite a nice larger lemon yellow pearl. And saying that, actually, we haven't had a 9 in a while, have we? I know we had some lives off as well, but I haven't had a 9 in a few lives. Your first pearl out is a lemon yellow, and like I say, it's quite a nice size to him, Lou. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. Oh, a lighter, sharper pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. I can see straight away that you're twinning. Let me pop those out. And I'm just going to have a squidge as well, see if there's any more in here for you. Okay, so there's no more in that one. You are twinning, my lovely. Let me dry them up for you. And now these are twinning. Now they visually slightly different sizes, and they are a lighter pinkle. The larger one looks slightly more pinkle than the other. So the one in the centre looks more pinkle. The one on the outer edge looks slightly more pink to him, if that makes sense. Just slightly with that colour change there. So larger lemon yellow, a visually larger pinkle, and this is a pinkle, but it's got more pink to him. I hope that makes sense. If I pop them on the board, visually smaller, more pink pearl is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Visually larger, more pinkle pearl is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So they are measuring slightly different sizes there. And your lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5. Okay, so what do you think to those? And of course, again, if you're happy with the colours, perfect. Which ones would you like where? And if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. What do you think? Swap the yellow for a lighter sea green, of course. Let's say that one is a lighter one. Swap the smaller pinkle for a darker icy blue. Okay, so I'm just going to hold these up for you so you can have a look at these colours. If they are correct, which colours would you like where? I love that green and blue together. They're really bold colours, if you can see what I mean. Just going to take the two swaps away. And I'm just going to bring you up again just for a second, and that way. Oh, that's perfect, perfect. Sea green on the jump ring, sea green on there, and pink. The sea green on the jump ring and the pink and the icy blue on jump rings. So would you like them all on jump rings? You've picked a different fitting here. I can change it, it's not a problem, but just confirm for me, is that what you'd like to do? No, no, no. Okay, no, it's fine, don't say sorry. Okay, let me guess. Is it the sea green on the lobster and pink and icy blue on the jump ring? Oh no, completely different. Pink and icy blue on lobster. So sea green on, okay, right. Let me just confirm everything. Pink and OMG. Pink and icy blue. I think I've got it all down for you, Lou, but I'm just going to confirm for you, okay? So, on the order that we just opened, you're going to have a pink and the pinkle and the icy blue on lobster fittings. I'll invoice you for the extra fitting, and then sea green will be on the jump ring. Yep, I've got that down. And then on the first order, on the long drop pendant, you've got the sea green. On the heart, you've got the darker apple green. And then you'd like to be invoiced for the yellow and watermelon on the jump ring, and then the orange and the two-tonal coral on a lobster fitting. So you'll be invoiced all together for 3 lobsters and 2 jump rings. But then, of course, you've got the other fittings for the other ones. I hope that's all correct. If so, the invoice will get sent through in just one invoice, but you'll be able to see the differences on there, and that will get sent through tomorrow. Possibly tomorrow, if not, it'll be Thursday morning. It's my son's birthday tomorrow, and he's requested that I don't work, but I'm pretty sure, obviously, I'm very happy spending my day with him, but I'm pretty sure when he goes to bed, I'm going to be doing some work. So, yeah, if it doesn't get sent tomorrow evening, it will be Thursday morning, but it just depends on what time he goes to bed, that's all. Lou, my lovely, thank you very much for the donations with your shells, and I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Spot on. No, you're very, very welcome. Not a problem at all. Kathy, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Yeah, no, I don't blame him either. I'm very happy not to, but yeah, if he goes to bed, I might just I might just pop on and get some bits done. Angela, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Jane, pop me an email over if you can, and then we can have it. Pop me an email. Email over, Jane. Okay, so up next this evening is Lindsay Kinnlock. Lindsay, are you here? Oh, Lindsay, you've sent an email. Let me just double check. Oh, that's perfect. Yes. Oh, hang on, no, you've sent another. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, Lindsay Kinnlock. Lindsay, hello. So you do have 2 openings altogether. Sorry, I was just double checking my emails there. Can you have mystery and donate the shells? Of course you can. So 2 oysters, mystery, donate your shells. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? Let me just pop one there. And oyster number 2. So let's go down, Lindsay. So mystery oyster, number 1. Oh, a lighter pop there. Oh, wow. There's your mother of pearl. Okay, so straight away, I can see that you are quadding, but look at the colour of that one. Is it going to focus? You've got a couple of 2-tonal ones there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You are quadding, Lindsay, with your first oyster. We're going to see what comes out. You've got some really cool mixture of colours here. I do like it when the colours, we get 2-tonal colours. Now let me just dry them up and then I'm going to hold them up so you can see. So first of all, you have this beautiful darker watermelon, and then you have an autumn peach which has got some of that watermelon almost, can you see that? So it gets darker, back to the autumn peach, and there's the watermelon splash. Love that. You then have an apple green, which is also 2-tonal in itself. So you've got lighter and brighter sections of the apple green. And again, you've got a watermelon splash on him. I love it. So light apple green, bright apple green, and a watermelon splash. And you have a icy blue, slightly 2-tonal with lighter and brighter areas with that one. So beautiful quadding set to start with there, Lindsay. And then moving on to mystery oyster number 2. Oh, quite a nice louder pop there. Okay, so there is your mother of pearl. And let's have a squid. Oh, can we see a peeper slightly, I think, through the flesh there? It was. You have a apple green. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so we have a apple green. Let me just hold him up so you can have a look at this one as well. Okay, so Lindsay, what do you think to all of these? Now, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which one you'd like on the jewellery. And of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them. So you've got a watermelon, 2-tonal autumn peach with a splash of watermelon, 2-tonal apple green, light and bright green with a splash of watermelon, and a 2-tonal icy blue, light and bright blue. You've then got a standalone apple green as well. If I pop them on the board for you, the watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. 2-tonal autumn peach and watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The 3-tonal apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the 2-tonal icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. And then your single apple green, oops, sorry, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. What do you think to those? two-tonal autumn peach on the jewellery. Of course we can. I'm glad you're happy with that. Let me bring you back up there. Oh, and let me pop this in here and then I'll write that down. Okay, so we're going to have two-tone or peach on there. Perfect. I was being still for a moment then. I apologise, I had to be still for a moment. Yeah, I just had to be still for a second. I'm sorry, Lindsay. But I've got that down for you. Musical statues. Thank you as well, Lindsay, for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, okay? And that's safe up there for you. No, I'm ever so sorry. Yeah, I just sometimes I'm ever so sorry. I just had to. I froze. The live didn't freeze. Sorry. Super still. It's one of those things that, yeah. It's fine. We're here though. Didn't look like I was breathing. Oh no, I was breathing. One of those things. But no, Lindsay, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. Wow, I'm actually enjoying a cup of tea. It's got a slight hint of but yeah, that's good. That's okay, thank you. Really pleased. You actually might have, sorry, let me start that again, Lindsay. That's okay, bless you, thank you. Thank you, I'm really pleased. I have my nighttime meds when I called, so doing two things at once. Oh, bless you, I apologise. But no, I'm glad you're happy with that. Glad you're happy, my lovely. Okay, up next then this evening is Charlotte Martin. Charlotte, are you here? Hello, Charlotte. First order, and you've been eyeing these up for a while as you love watching the openings. Thank you. I'm so excited. Can you have all mystery? Of course you can. And only one shell. Only keep one shell but donate the rest. Of course you can. So you've got 3 openings altogether. Now, you've asked a question here on the additional comments, so I'm going to answer that if that's okay. So regarding the pearl colour, yes, with a cage pendant, you can swap and change pearls around as and when you would like to if you've got the spares at home. The other items, they are set pendants, which means you won't be able to change the pearl colour on the pendant. However, if a pearl comes out that you're not happy with, you can swap that pearl and you can then pick what colour goes on the pendant. So once it's on there, you can't change it, but you get to pick what you have on there to start with. So you hopefully would pick a colour that you'll be happy with, if that makes sense. So 3 mystery oysters, keep 1 shell, donate the other 2. Is there certain colours that you are hoping for? 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, Bethany, since being in hospital, I just didn't drink. I didn't like tea or any hot sort of drink, and I didn't even like normal room temperature water. I was having to drink ice water. I know, so picky. But yeah, I'm slowly building it back up again. Lindsay, you're very, very welcome. No, Charlotte, that's absolutely fine. Any questions I can answer, I do my best to. and everyone's new at some point. So yeah, definitely ask away, just so then you guys know. So let's go down. You like blues and purples, but you're not a fan of yellows. Okay, so fingers crossed, no yellows, and hopefully we'll get some blues and purples out. So I'm just going to have a look at the shells, because you'd like to keep, we'll keep this shell because he's the largest of the three. However, if it breaks, we'll keep one of the other two for you. Okay, so oyster number 1. You have quite a nice sharp pop there. Oh, and we're going to have a runaway. Yep, I could see it popping out there. You have a runaway of a gold pearl there. However, I can also see an additional 3. Charlotte, you are quadding with your first oyster there. So you've definitely got some spare pearls to swap in and out of the cage pendant. You are quadding, my lovely. Oh, we're keeping the shell, aren't we? So let me just clean this shell up for you. Okay, and then we'll donate the other 2 shells. Thank you very, very much. So let's dry up your pearls and we'll pop them in the sun so we can have a closer look at the colour. Woohoo! Okay, so we have a candy floss pink and a blush pink, a gold and a lilac purple. Now the pinks are very, very close, but this one here is brighter. So candy floss, blush, gold and lilac purple. So first oyster has given you quads there. Moving on to oyster number 2. And quite a nice deep pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. You can see there's no pearls on that side. And I can actually see a peeper here. You have another pink pearl there. And I'm just having a squidge for you in here. Okay, there's no more in that one. So you have another blush pink pearl. Let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. And then moving on to your last oyster, Charlotte, which again is your mystery oyster. We have a softer pop there. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, so in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see straight away that you have 1, 2 and 3. And let me just have a squidge. There's no more in that one. So you have triples, which means you've got a quadding oyster, a single oyster and a triple oyster, which means you've got the 3 pearls in the 1 oyster there. So 3 oysters, 8 pearls, Charlotte. Lots and lots to choose from. However, let me just show you these colours. You have a sea green. You have a coral and a darker chocolate. So if I hold them up so you can have a look at all of them together, what do you think to these? Now, Charlotte, if you would like some time to think about your decision, of course, which ones go where, and if you would like to swap any, you can take a screenshot of this and then you can email me your colour choice if you prefer to have some more time. However, if you know now what you'd like to do and which ones you'd like where, do let me know. And of course, if you would like to swap any now, we can do that for you. Just let me know again what you would like to do. So you've got a candy floss pink, blush pink, gold, lilac purple, blush pink, sea green, coral and chocolate. If I pop them on the board for you, your candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Your gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. The lilac purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So that was your quadding oyster. The single blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And your triple oyster sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. The coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And last but not least, the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. So much choice. Can we swap a blush pink? Which one? If I swap that one, I'm just going to move these up, however. So swapping a blush pink for a blue. Not sure what blues we have. You can indeed. And then do you know which colours you'd like where? I'm just grabbing you a selection of blues. So you've got blue, lightest icy blue, bright icy blue, and then this is a TARDIS blue. So we'll call it 1, 2 or 3 if any of those are okay. So 1 is the lightest, 2 is in the middle and 3 is the darkest. So if any of those are okay, 1, 2 or 3. Can you have number 2? You can indeed. Let me just take the other ones away. Do you know which pearls you'd like where? And of course, if you would like to swap any more, we can do so as well. It's not a problem. I'm just popping these other ones back away for you. Oh, run away. Wrapping up your shells as well. Purple. I love them together. I am, thank you, Karina. Candy floss for a purple burgundy. So we have burgundy red. And we have a Cadbury purple. So so that's the burgundy red and that's the Cadbury purple. Are either of those what you're looking for? Think again, I'm just going to pop that down a second. I am drinking it now, Anne, with just a dash of milk there. Burgundy red, and can you email me about the settings as it's a lot of choice? Of course you can. So let me just take the purple and then that's the pink we swapped out. If I just pop these colours back over there. And again, if I just hold this up for you then, my lovely, and you can take a screenshot if you would like to. And if you'd like the timestamp, so if you'd like to watch your opening back, the timestamp of the video now is 1 hour 7 minutes. So if you just, when the live is finished, scroll through to an hour, you'll be able to see your opening again if you would like to. When you email me, if you could include your 5-digit order invoice number, and that way of course I can link your email to your order and we can know which colours you would like where. Okay, let me bring you back up. I hope you're happy with all of those, Charlotte, my lovely. I'm just popping them in here for you. And let me pop that on there as well. Thank you for the donations with your shells. And I've obviously kept these shells for you as well, so they're nicely, safely wrapped up as well for you. And that's it there. Absolutely love them. Great first opening. Be back for more. Oh, bless you. You're very, very welcome. And I look forward to your email so we can get which colours you'd like where. Right, if you have ordered whilst we have been live, I'm just about to print off the orders now so I can do an updated order list. What I'm going to do is I'll do a verbal order list and a written order list as we go, that way you can visually see, but please give me a moment because I do just need to print these off. So I'm not on the comments for a second. So what I have to do is I'm just double checking that the checkout form is, so basically when, again I can't see the comments at the moment, when you order on the website we have a checkout form which is basically a little bit of extra information that you guys can give me if you would like to. So what I'm doing is I just have to double check, because sometimes if someone's ordered on the live and then they've added it's not for tonight or something like that, so I'm just going through and additionally printing off these, so then I have that additional information on the order form. Just give me a moment. Almost there. Okay, one more and then we'll do an order list. Thank you for bearing with me there. Okay, perfect. So, like I say, I'll do a verbal one, we'll do a written one as we go, and then I can post that on the page. So, up next is going to be Julie Hamwell, and then it's going to be Leah Walton, and then we have Emma Ryan, Tracy Wilkinson, Cheryl Singh, Trisha Rhymes, Linda Southam, and Lisa Massey. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will leave a couple of spaces on the original post where the order list was posted. I'll leave a couple of spaces, and then I've posted the order list from this point onwards. So that's there now. So if you would like to view that, just refresh the page and it will come through. And I've just come back to the comments. Okay, thank you, Lee. So up next is Julie Hamwell. Julie, are you here? Julie, hello. So Julie, you have a sparkle dip and a oyster opening. So we'll do your sparkle dip first if that's okay. So I'm just going to give them a mix. And then I'm going to close my eyes and dive in, grab quite a handful. Oh, missing the bag. And let's... Oh, I think that's one. Is that one? That is one. Escapees, pop them back in there. So your pendant is, I'm just popping it on here, and then we'll go have a closer look. So let's bring you down. Julie, you have the mirror, which means you've got the yellow, blues and purples starfish Chevoski crystal pendant. What do you think to this one, Julie? Now, if you're happy with this one, that's perfect. You can stick, or if you'd like to risk it, you can twist it, my lovely. So again, I'm just moving this around so you can see all the different colours as the light hits it. So this is the mirror effect, purples, blues and yellows, starfish pendant. Oh, bless you, Sue. Well, I hope you feel better soon, my lovely. Thank you for joining us today. Of course you can twist, that's not a problem. Let me bring you back up. So this one will go back in the bag after we've pulled your twist out, okay? So that stays out for a moment. And again, I'm just going to give them a mix. And then if I dive in, I've got quite a nice, that's the bag making that noise. Quite a nice handful. Oh, is that one? No, I think that's two still. And I think that's one. Okay, so we saw this style of heart earlier. Again, this is a style of heart that is not on the website. However, this is a different colour to what came out earlier. And it's that deep burnt orangey red colour. It is beautiful. Let me bring you down so you can have a closer look. So this is that wider heart. Like I say, it's that deep burnt orange red colour. Julie, I hope you're happy with this one. Now, you do have an oyster opening alongside your pendant, so do you know what type of oyster you would like, and if you'd like to keep or if you'd like to donate your shells? What do you think? I think my comments may have done that thing again. I'm just gonna come back and refresh the page because it doesn't, I don't know why it does it. Yeah, comments definitely stopped on that view. So sorry, Julie. Okay, comments are here. So mystery and donate. I'm ever so sorry, Julie. And you love the pendant. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Sorry, for the last like 3 lives, halfway through the comments just suddenly stopped working. So I have to sort of go to a different view, so I do apologise. But let's go down. Mystery oyster, donating the shells. Now, is there a certain colour you're hoping for? And are you thinking pearl on or off of the jewellery? You have a light pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. You are twinning. I can see straight away that you're twinning with darker silver twins there. Again, I'm just having a quick squidge for you. And there's no more in that one. We're going to see what comes out. Okay, so twinning darker silvers, Julie. If I pop them in the sand, and I'll hold them up so you can have a closer look. And I will pop one of them next to your pendant as well, just so then you can have a close look to see what it will look like next to the pendant if you did want pearl on. So there they are in the sand. And if I quickly pop them on the board for you, twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, oh, sorry, he's a runaway. Not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're measuring slightly different sizes there. So this is the larger pearl. So this is the larger pearl next to your pendant there. So if you would like this colour and you're happy with this one on the jewellery, do let me know if you'd like the larger or the smaller one on there. Again, no pearl, with pearl, and of course if you'd like to swap the colour you can do so, the colour of the pearl. What do you think, Julie? I think Aaron did it from the beginning, Samantha. It's something I've never seen as of yet. Can you swap one for a burgundy red on the jewellery and lobster fitting on the other? You can indeed. Let me grab a burgundy red. So let me just hold this red up just so you can be sure that you're happy with this colour. So this one, oh, I love it. This one on the jewellery, of course, if you're happy. And then the other on a lobster fitting. Let me bring you back up. Just confirm for me if you're happy with that colour. Perfect. No, you're very, very welcome. Okay, so just pop these in here and let me write that down then. So we're going to have red on here, and you'd like a lobster fitting on the other. Perfect. So that invoice will get sent through for you either tomorrow evening or Thursday morning, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form, Julie. Okay. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Up next is Leah Walton. Leah, are you here? Leah Walton, are you here? Excuse me. Leah, hello my lovely. Mystery and donate your shells. Of course you do have one opening altogether. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for, Leah? Let me pop that on there. And then let me bring you up. Okay, so in here we have a lighter pop there. See what comes out. Okay, now straight away I can see a pearl on the top there. There's your mother of pearl. Now in here, like I say, we can see a darker pearl there right on top. Let me pop him out, and then let me have a squidge in here for you as well. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so he actually looks like, Let me double check the colour. He is a darker two-tonal chocolate and purple. So you can see there he looks like he's purple. Then you go round into that chocolate and then back into that purple. Let me pop him in the sand as well for you. Leah, what do you think to this one? You can see it's very chocolate there. So it's definitely a base chocolate with just a splash of purple to him. Now, if you're happy with this one, that's perfect. But again, if you would prefer to swap, you can do so. If I pop him on the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. What do you think to that one? Swap for a black. Let me have a little look for you. Okay, so I've got a black here. Let me just hold him up so you can have a closer look. What do you think to that one? Are you happy with that one, my lovely? Let me just bring you back up again. I'm just going to pop him in here. I've not heard your name. Oh, I'll have a look in a moment, Anne, for you. Leah, that's perfect. Perfect. Well, thank you for the donations with your shells. And Leah, I do hope that you'll be happy with everything then once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. I don't have, and I have an order with your name on, but it's booked in for another day, because it's something that we do on the Saturday daytime lives. Is that correct, my lovely? Because it's the dip which doesn't have an oyster opening, and we normally do those on the Saturday. So the next one is September the 18th. And that'll be Saturday at 1 p.m. Up next this evening is Emma Ryan. Emma, are you here? Emma and Alfie, hello. Alfie, I hope you're feeling better. Now you guys have a sparkle dip with a oyster opening, so let's do your sparkle dip first. Again, I'm just going to give them a mix to start with, and then let's dive in. And what happens is I pull out a pinch. As you can see, there's lots here, and then I just wiggle my fingers until I just have, oh, I think that's one there, one left. Now you have a Chevoski crystal heart pendant. Now this shape heart is the type of heart, charm hearts that we have on the website, but this is a larger size with it being a pendant. And also it's got the warrior heart bail on it, which I love, love, love. So let's go down. Now the colour here is like a orangey purple, if that makes sense. And it's got the warrior heart bail, so it's almost got like this armour on. It does have little hearts cut out either side as well. What do you think to this one, guys? Would you like to stick with this one, or you can risk it and twist it if you would like to? Stick with that one, guys. Perfect. Let me bring you back up. So you also have a oyster opening alongside that one. So what type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Checked your email. It says Tuesday 17th and name on the list for today. If that's the case, it's not, that would have been a mistype my end if that's the case. Just because we're not, the charm dips aren't ready, because they are booked in for, like I say, them certain dates. So I won't be able to do it this evening, I'm afraid, Anne. If you prefer not to have the order, I can give a full refund. If not, I can send an email out tomorrow evening or Thursday morning to rebook it in for that September date if you would like to. I do apologise if you've got that email for the, because it's, yeah, it would have been in September on that date, I believe. Can't remember, September 18th. So it might have been a mistype. I do apologise. Emma, mystery and donate. Now, is there a certain colour you're hoping for? Oh. And are you thinking pearl on or pearl off of the jewellery? So with these sparkle dips, we give you the option. So you can pick to just have the sparkle dip. You can add an oyster opening if you would like to. And then even when you have the oyster opening, you don't have to have the pearl on the jewellery. Again, the option is there, and you get to swap the pearl colour if you want to. So it's completely in your hands. Emma, your mystery oyster. We have a softer pop there. And there is your mother of pearl, slight little pearl blister in there. And I can see in here you are quadding. You have got 4 pearls in the one oyster there. I love that. And there's no more in that one. So let me just go through these colours for you, Emma. You have a sea green. Oh, I'll show you them as we go through. You have a sea green. You have a darker silver. You have a lighter silver. Just a bit of sand on him there. And then you have a lilac purple. So quite a nice colour selection here. And actually with your pendant, they are all going to go with the pendant. Let me show you them against the pendant, just in case you did want pearl on the jewellery. So sea green. Beautiful. Darker silver. Perfect. Lighter silver. Gorgeous. And lilac purple. Beautiful. So they all go beautifully with that pendant if you wanted pearl on. Your sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Dark silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Light silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And then the lilac purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, He's a 7.5 as well. Oh, bless you, Samantha. Well, thank you very much for the stars there, my lovely. Emma, light silver on the jewellery. Of course we can. Let me pop them in here for you and then I'll write that down. Okay, perfect. So I hope you and Alfie will be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. So light silver on there. Okay, and that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Emma, you're very, very welcome. Zoe, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. Right, up next in this evening is Tracy Wilkinson. Tracy, are you here? Don't start that one, Samantha. The hot chocolate, the hot chocolate, I drank about half of it. It didn't really, yeah, it wasn't the best. Thank you, Tanya. I'm not too bad. Thank you. I hope you're well as well. I'm looking for Tracy Wilkinson. Now, we did see Tracy earlier, so hopefully she's still here. Tracy Wilkinson, if you are here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anybody else sees Tracy, please comment on her comments, because again, it will bring it forward so I can see. Lisa, I have done an updated order list. Yep, Lisa, you're on that order list, my lovely. I've posted it on the page. Oh, bless you, Linda. Hopefully it won't be too long. Whereabouts are you? Not too far away. Okay, last call for Tracy. If not, we'll move on. Okay, so I haven't seen her, so we're going to move on. If she does come on, we can add her in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. Up next then is Cheryl Singh. Cheryl, are you here? Thank you, Lisa. Definitely get in there. Cheryl, oh hello, I am feeling better, thank you. Here with your boys Jaden and Jackson. Hi guys, they love watching. Well, thank you for watching, and that's the correct with the email address there. Thank you. So Cheryl, Jaden and Jackson, I love your names. You guys have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Yeah, it's my scratcher thingy is great, and it also it goes really long. But yeah, I have it next to me because it just, like, I didn't want to touch my face, like I can't really itch with the bend in the wrist. So yeah, it works wonders. Can you have mystery and donate your shells, Cheryl? Of course you can. Now, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Let me get this open. And let's go down. So your mystery oyster. We have a light pop there. Hoping for a yellow. You have a runaway with a sea green, my lovely. There's your mother of pearl. And you have a sea green, and I can actually see that you're twinning. And there's no more in that one. You are twinning sea greens, Cheryl. Now, visually, they do look like they're slightly different sizes here. So if you did want to swap one or both, you can let me know if you'd like to swap out the larger or the smaller. So you can see the largers on this side, smaller ones on this side here. But of course, if you're happy with the colours, that's perfect as well. So the visually smaller of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the visually larger of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So definitely measuring different sizes there. So if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which one, the larger or the smaller one on the jewellery. And again, if you'd like to swap them, which one would you like to swap? Of course you can. So swap this one for a lemon yellow, but a brighter lemon yellow. Ooh, that one there is good. So you'd like the green on a hoop fitting, and I'm going to put the yellow on here and the yellow on the jewellery. Now, can you just confirm, are you happy with that shade there? Sorry, in the sand again, just because it's one of those lighter colours, the light sort of just makes it really bright. I'm just going to bring you up a second so I can write that down, but if you're not happy with the colour, we can go down again and change it. So yellow on the jewellery and hoop fitting on the green. Beautiful, perfect. You're very, very welcome. Let me just pop these in here for you. Cheryl, I hope you're happy with that. Thank you for the donations with your shells. Like I say, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. And Jaden and Jackson, again, thank you for watching. That's safe up there for you. Perfect. No, you're very, very welcome. Up next is Trisha Rhymes. Trisha, are you here? Trisha, hello. Trisha, you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Have I moved office? No, this is the same one. I know it's looking a little bit stuff everywhere. But no, this is the same one. Mystery and donate. Trisha, is there a certain colour you're hoping for? So let me get this open for you. And let's go down. So your mystery oyster, we have a softer pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Trisha, I can see here you have a peeper and you have a pinkle. Now a pinkle is a mix between a pink and a purple, and there's no more in that one. Let me dry this up for you. What do you think to a pinkle, my lovely? Would you be happy with this one on your jewellery? And again, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Here he is in sand. And then Trisha, on the board for you as well. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Thank you, Amy. Yes, please. Perfect. Trisha, that's perfect. I love that you're happy with that. Let me pop him in here. So again, thank you for the donations with your shells. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. Up next is Linda Southam. Linda, are you here? Oh, Linda, I think you said you was tired, weren't you? Bless you. So hopefully you're still here. Trisha, you're very, very welcome. Linda, hello. So Linda, you have a sparkle dip. So we're going to just dive in and give them a mix to start with. Sorry, I just had to move the sand out of the way, otherwise I'd put the bag on the sand, it'll just go everywhere. So if I close my eyes and take a good pinch, good luck, my lovely. Oh, that's one there. Now we saw this pendant earlier, however, this is a different colour. So this is the colour which is called Shades of Blue. So it does actually sort of, it's almost like a denim-y blue colour. Oh, I think I've popped it on the wrong way. It's like a denim-y blue colour, but of course with the Chevoski crystal, as the light hits it, you do get the different shades coming through. Excuse me. So let's go down. This is the Shades of Blue Snowflake Pendant. I'm on the road. Thank you, Amy. What do you think to this one, Linda? Would you like to stick or would you like to twist with the Shades of Blue Snowflake Pendant? can you swap it? Of course you can. We'll do a twist. This one does stay out and then it will get added in after we've done your second pick. Okay, so again, I'm just going to give them a mix. And then I'm going to close my eyes, grab a pinch. Oh, I think I've still got 2 here. Okay, that is 1. Oh, and this one definitely came out earlier in this colour as well. I think it got, oh, well, it must have got twisted earlier. So this is the Tanzanite heart pendant. So it's like a long drop heart. Now if I just hold it like this, because the bail can move around, so that's the bail in the center, so as you wear it, it will drop down like that. However, once it's against the card, you can see the heart does move slightly, but as it drops, it will sit like central. So the color is a purple Tanzanite color. I hope you're happy with that one. And like I say, look, as soon as you drop it down, it does go central. So it's just because of the card there. Linda, I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. Let me bring you back up and pop this in here. Lovely, love it, perfect. I'm glad you're happy with him. So Linda, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and I hope you have a good sleep as well tonight as well. And up next is Lisa Massey. Lisa, are you here? Lisa, I can see you. Hello, my lovely. You have 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? Sorry, excuse the chair. And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? The postage cost on the website, Lauren, would be £2.50. If that's what you mean. I'm in Northamptonshire in the UK. Lisa, mystery and donate. Okay, so 1, 2 and 3. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Lisa? Let me just pop this in here. Okay, and let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1. You have a light pop there. And from your first oyster, oh, you've got a runaway. So there's your mother of pearl. You can see there's no pearls on that side. And you do have a candy floss pink runaway there. And I'm just going to have a squidge in here for you and just see if there's any more. You're happy with any colour? Okay, so we'll see what comes out and we'll go from there. So there's no more in your first oyster. So if I just dry this up for you so you can have a closer look. Your first colour out is a candy floss pink. Then moving on to oyster number 2, we have a softer pop there. And in here, again, another slight runaway, so there's no pearls on that side. And I can see one runaway there, but I can also see 2 and 3. You have triples. Nope, sorry, you have quadding. You've got 4 pearls in the one oyster there, and there's no more in that one. So again, let me just dry these up for you. So you have a, let me move this to the top, a sea green, a darker silver, a lighter silver, and a darker chocolate pearl. So sea green, dark silver, light silver, and chocolate. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. Oh, quite a nice deep pop with that one. And I can see multiples again. I can see, oh, let me just move that piece of shell out the way there. I can see definitely 3. And you have triples. Okay, so a single candy floss pink, and then, excuse me, I need a drink, I think, and then quadding, and then having triples as well. So again, if I just pop these in here for you, and you have a darker silver, a sea green, and a coral. So a candy floss pink from the top, a candy floss pink, sea green, dark silver, light silver, and a dark chocolate, darker silver, sea green, and a coral. Lisa, what do you think to all of these? If you're happy with all of these, that's perfect. But again, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. If I pop them on the board, your candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5. Your sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. The darker silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7. He is a 7.5. The light silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. From the triple oyster, the dark silver's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Sea green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And your coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5 as well. You love them. Perfect. Let me pop them in here for you. Lisa, I'm glad you're happy with all of those colours. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells. Just topping up my stapler, sorry. And I do hope that you'll also be happy with everything once it arrives. Okay, and that's safe up there for you. Magic, you know. Sorry, I just read the word magic and never believe it's not so. Really bad singing, I do apologise. Okay, up next is Stacy Ridgewell. Stacy, are you here? Lisa, you're very, very welcome. Stacy, you're here. Hello. Stacy, you have 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? You are. Hello, my lovely. Hello. Hoping for a blue and yellow and donate the shells. So I would say go for Mystery Oyster to sort of go for the blues and the yellows. And then just confirm for me if that's okay. And then if you don't get those colours, so if those colours don't come out, you can swap if you do want them. So you don't have to swap, but the option to swap is there. So just confirm for me. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. I need to have a sip of my drink, but Aaron's just brought me a tea, bless him. It's going to be so hot, so I can't have a sip yet. So, are you happy with the 2 mystery oysters? There we go. Yes, Stacey, perfect. Let me get these open for you then. Thank you, Luella. Okay, so there we go. And let's go down. Good luck, Stacey. Oyster number 1. You have a light pop there. Oh, wow. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, you are twinning. And you're twinning with blue twins there. You were hoping for blues and you've got blues. Love that. Now, they are slightly two-tonal, which means they do have slightly lighter and darker areas on them as you go around the pearl. But they are also matching shades of blue there. I hope you're happy with those from your first oyster. And then moving on to your second oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. You have a deep pop there. There is your mother of pearl. And I can see a slight little peeper here. You have a pastel apple green there. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so twinning blues and a pastel apple green. Stacey, what do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. I need to know which 2 you would like on the jewellery. But of course, if you'd like to swap them, we can do that for you as well. If I pop them on the board for you, your apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, whoa, sorry, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. Stace, what do you think to these? Are you happy with those colours? If so, which ones would you like on the jewellery? Of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Of course you can, that's not a problem. Let me bring you back up here then, and I'll write that down. So we're going to have the blues on there. Stace, I hope you're happy with that then. And thank you very much for the donations with your shells as well. And of course, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. That's safe on there, and then that's safe up there for you as well. Perfect. Now I've just refreshed this, and that is actually the end of the order list for this evening. So we are going to end it there. We're going to be live again on Friday. Yes, no. It is Tuesday. We're going to be live again on Friday. I'm going crazy. So if you'd like to join us for Friday, it's a normal live. We'll be live from around 8 PM BST. And we'll be live from the Pearls of Brecon page where we're live from now. I can't speak. I hope you all have a brilliant week. And I'll see you Friday. Take care, guys. Bye.